For more than 3 decades, one legendary actor has quietly transformed the holiday season for countless families, proving that the magic of Christmas isn't confined to movie screens or red carpets. Long before viral moments and carefully curated social media posts, Kurt Russell made it a personal mission to embody the spirit of Santa Claus in real life, turning a simple act of kindness into a tradition that has spanned generations. Those who have witnessed it firsthand don't hesitate to say it, he's the best Santa ever. A tradition born from heart, not Hollywood. Russell's relationship with Santa Claus didn't begin with a script or a studio pitch. Long before he donned the red suit for the Christmas Chronicles, the actor was already playing Santa for children who needed joy the most. Friends and family recall that the tradition began quietly: hospital visits during the holidays, surprise appearances at children's homes, and low-key drop-ins at community events where expectations were low, but spirits were fragile. What set Russell apart wasn't the costume or the performance. It was the commitment. He didn't rush through visits. He sat on the floor, listened to stories, learned names, and asked thoughtful questions. For kids facing illness, loss, or difficult circumstances, Santa wasn't a fleeting distraction. He was present, patient, and genuinely invested. The Santa who listens. One mother whose child met Russell during a holiday hospital visit years ago still gets emotional recalling the encounter. Her son, undergoing intensive treatment at the time, was withdrawn and quiet. Russell didn't push cheer or force smiles. He simply sat beside him and asked what he liked. They talked about movies, baseball, and favorite foods. By the time Santa left, my son was laughing, she later shared. Not because of gifts, but because someone really listened. That moment became emblematic of Russell's approach to Santa: less spectacle, more soul. Decades of consistency. While many celebrity charity efforts fade with time or shift with trends, Russell's commitment has remained remarkably steady. Holiday after holiday, regardless of filming schedules or public attention, he has shown up. Sometimes it's organized. Often, it's spontaneous. Always, it's sincere. Those close to him say he never viewed it as a public service gesture. It was simply something he believed mattered, especially during a season that can amplify loneliness for those already struggling. And he never needed recognition for it. In fact, many of his visits only became known years later when families shared stories online, often accompanied by old photos or handwritten notes. The phrase that appears again and again: "Best Santa ever." When life imitated art. When Russell officially stepped into the role of Santa Claus on screen, fans immediately noticed something different. His portrayal wasn't just charming or cool, it felt lived in. This wasn't a man pretending to be Santa. This was someone who understood the weight of what Santa represents. Warmth, reliability, presence. Viewers connected instantly, sensing authenticity behind the beard and boots. For Russell, the role wasn't a stretch, it was an extension of something he'd been doing quietly for years. Those who knew about his real-life tradition weren't surprised. They saw what others were just discovering. Teaching the meaning of the season. Russell has often spoken about how the holidays are less about perfection and more about connection. According to friends, he believes Santa works best when he reminds people they're not alone, that someone sees them, values them, and believes in them. That philosophy extends beyond children. Over the years, Russell's Santa visits have included caregivers, hospital staff, veterans, and families. Enduring unimaginable hardship, his message has always been simple: kindness counts, and it multiplies. One longtime hospital volunteer put it best: "Some Santas hand out gifts. Kurt hands out hope, a legacy bigger than fame." In an industry defined by reinvention and visibility, Russell's decades-long Santa tradition stands out for its humility. There's no press release, no annual announcement, no expectation of applause. And that's precisely why it matters. For children who met him during the darkest moments of their lives, Santa wasn't a myth, he was real, kind, and unforgettable. For parents and caregivers, he was a reminder that compassion still exists in a world that often feels rushed and indifferent. That legacy can't be measured in box office numbers or awards. It lives in memories, stories, and the quiet belief that goodness still shows up when it's needed most. Why he'll always be Santa. As the years go on and new actors don the red suit, Kurt Russell's place in the holiday canon feels secure, not because of a film role, but because of a lifetime of giving. Decades later, families still talk about their Santa encounter. Children grown into adults still remember how he made them feel safe, seen, and special, even for just a moment.